Check out purposelyhere.com where you will find my self-published book. Purposelyhere.com also has exclusive merchandise for men, women, and kids. Purposelyhere.com is also available on your mobile devices. Stay tuned and enjoy the video.
What's up, YouTube? It's Demetria Beckham, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out my website, purposelyhere.com, where you can find my self-published book along with exclusive merchandise. I also have a limited edition section where you can find your 2025 graduation memorabilia for your graduate and for parents as well to represent their graduate. But listen, ladies, I want to talk to us yet again about something else. We need to do a better job of protecting our children, our sons and our daughters. It's because they both fit what I'm about to speak about today. Too often, lately, not even just lately, over the past years, over social media, through the news, whatever the platform is, I've been seeing an alarming rate of our children being abused. Whether it's physical, whether it's sexual, whether it's mental, our children are being abused. This type of abuse carries with them through their whole life. Many children are able to come back from it, maybe not at 100%, but they are still able to live a viable, sustainable life. Many of the children, psychologically, they cannot get it together. Many of them psychologically won't get it together due to the trauma of being sexually, physically, and mentally abused. And it was a point in time when it was girls that was being abused, but now our boys are too. They aren't necessarily speaking up about it out of shame and embarrassment, but it doesn't change the fact that they are being abused. Ladies, we are choosing the party life over our children. We are choosing to leave our children with whomever just so that we can go and hang out at the clubs, at the house parties, wherever it is, whatever it is that we're doing for our own enjoyment, not thinking about the dangers that we are putting our children in. In so many cases, it's been coming out where uncle or the older brother, which we trust our children to not do things like this to their siblings or to anyone else, but nonetheless, it happens. A step daddy or whoever it is, family friend, has abused our children, both boys and girls. And we are to blame for a lot of that. It's because we are choosing everything else over our children. Yes, here we go again. There are the situations where we have to work. Not all of us mothers have been fortunate enough to be able to be a stay-at-home parent or a work-from-home parent and be able to keep our children home and homeschool them. And many of us still do have the luxury of working from home, but don't have the patience to be able to homeschool our children because we just want to push them out the door so we can have our time. And I do know as mothers, we do need that resetting of our minds. We do need our mental health in check. We are caregivers 24/7 in many scenarios, and we do need our me time. But it shouldn't be at the cost and the expense of our children's safety. They're going to school, they're being sexually assaulted by teachers. I remember watching a video just over the summer where a young girl, I'm thinking she was maybe a third grader, she had taken a gun to school. And this was in Michigan. She had taken a gun to school and she had shot and killed her gym teacher, which footage had showed at the same time every day he was taking this young girl into his office. And she no longer was going to tolerate, at the age of maybe 8 or 9, she knew that she wasn't going to tolerate anymore being abused by her teacher. And she shot and killed him in his office. later revealing on his computer, I believe, I could have the story a little twisted, but I believe on his computer, it was revealed a lot of stuff he had been looking up with young Black children, whether it was doing hair or whatever else that really didn't seem appropriate for an older man or a man period to be looking up as it relates to children. But nonetheless, we have to protect our children. Notice the signs with your children as well. Notice behavior, because we miss a lot of signs, a lot of the behaviors with our children when they've been sexually assaulted or abused and they haven't told us. They go from being this loving, wonderful, touchy-feely child to a child that all of a sudden is very separated from everyone else. Not exactly the word that I was looking for, but then withdrawn from people, not wanting to be touched, not showing affection. They may even show signs, where they begin to wet to bed and they at one time didn't. We have to pay attention to our children. We have to know our children. We have to protect them at all costs. There's so many scenarios where a mother or a father has said, when I would send my child to such and such house, every time they would come home, it was, they fell. This happened. They were playing and they got hurt, when all along they had been physically abusing this child to death. In the end, that child became a victim of the hands of that person and they were killed. The signs are there and we're just brushing those signs off. And then in retrospect, we say, I knew something wasn't right. This wasn't right. A mother and a father no longer together. The mother sends the child with the father. There's an enraged, jealous girlfriend. Kills the children. We have to be more aware of what's going on with our children. We have to protect our children. If something doesn't feel right, better safe than sorry. It's probably not right. Who cares who gets mad? Err on the side of caution and don't allow your child to go there. Don't allow your child to be with this person, because it's better you save their life than to not have someone mad at you because you wouldn't let your child go. We have to listen to them when they're talking to us, when they're telling us. We even have to teach our children, because as they get older, they may become more social. They will want to go to events. But we have to teach them to pray and know, is this somewhere I should be? Is danger lurking? Because our kids, they get caught up in dangerous situations. It may not even be us wanting to drop our child off so we can go hang out and party. It just may be us giving them the okay to go somewhere, not knowing that danger is awaiting them. We have to protect these children. We have to have an ear to hear what the Most High is saying, and knowing that's not an environment for our children to be in. These babies are coming up brutally murdered. These babies cannot defend themselves against an adult, an older child that is hurting them and abusing them. And us as mothers, we have to do our part. So what? You cannot go out to the club this weekend because you don't have a reliable sitter for your child. Who cares? Who cares you can't go out and get sloppy drunk? Which you shouldn't be doing anyway. And just leave your child for days and days with other people. If so many children could come forward and speak and tell you the dangers that they have been placed in because of our negligence, because of our selfishness as mothers. And I often have to say this, yes, fathers have a role in their children's lives as well. But I'm educating my mothers on how to deal with and handle your children, your daughters, your sons. Because this is an evil, cold world. And evil is looking to take over your child. Evil is looking to conquer another life. It is up to us to protect these children from that. Whatever I always say, you know what? People be like, oh, you don't want to do this or that. You don't want to. No. Because whatever I couldn't do before I had them, oh well, because I'm not trying to do it now. Whatever fun I had prior to having children, it is what it is, because I'm not a party person anyway, but I'm just saying, if I was, me hanging out, that self-fulfillment is not worth the safety of my children. Bringing a man into my home because I might want to be in a relationship is not worth the safety of my children. That is why, too, we need to be wise in whom we have our children with. We need to be making sure that the relationship is a solid one and we know that it's going to last, so where those children have a two-parent home. Because it is important for our children to have a two-parent home. Because there is both roles that both parents need to play in the lives of their children. But mothers, today, we're talking about the roles that we play. We need to protect these babies at all costs. Whatever sacrifices we need to make to protect the physical and mental well-being of our children, we need to do it. Because don't have to sit up and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe such and such was touching my 2-year-old child, or such and such has been raping my 2-year-old child all the way up till they were 10 years old, and now my child has all of these issues, and because it's very real and it can hit your home. But if we protect them with our presence, our teaching, our prayers, those things will not happen. There's a less likely chance that those things will happen to our children. So before you make plans to want to go on that girls trip, before you make plans to want to go hang out, before you make plans to want to drop your child off at such and such house, knowing it's a creepy person there, but you don't care, you just want to hang out, you better think about the safety and the well-being of your child. Because at the end of the day, with all of the mess that could possibly happen to them, they are also going to look at you and say, you did not protect me. They will form a resentment towards you as their mother who did not protect them, who chose their own selfishness over them. So you also want to protect the relationships that you have with your children as well. So mothers, come on. As I always say, women, come on. We have to do better in the lives of our children. We chose to lay down and make them. Now we need to choose to sit up and take care of them as we should, to the best of our abilities, leaving all of our own personal feelings to the side and know that all has to be invested in those children. I thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you once again like, share, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to check out my website, purposelyhere.com. You all be safe, be blessed. I love you, and I'll talk to you all soon.